morning. I'm standing by. So, like all of our Monday morning sessions, welcome to another session on self-care. Maybe before we start, we'll just go through the code quickly. So, bring your hand up and tell yourself, I'm strong, I am calm, I'm kind, and I try hard. Normally, you say be strong, be calm, be kind, and try hard. But I think now it's important to say, I am strong. Very important. Physical and mental strength. All right. So bring your hands in front of you and just gently roll your wrist. So it's always good to warm up in the morning just to get your body going a little bit. Relax your joint. I think some of us spend too many hours sitting in front of computers and just not moving enough. So it's always good to just go, just move this joints a little bit, away. And you can do the same thing with kids, and you can do a little bit of fun, go in one direction and then stop and go in the other direction, or one way, otherwise, many ways of doing things. Then move your shoulders forward. So try to bring your shoulder blades together. Lift your shoulders up and then move your shoulders forward. Yeah, good. And backwards. It's almost like you're giving your body a little bit of a massage. Up and down. And if you want, you can always go and one hand just massage your shoulders. This one, the other one. All the tension that's in your shoulders normally. And sometimes if you have somebody at home, it's good to get them to give you a little bit of a shoulder rub. And then of course you do it back to them. Hands forward, hands backwards. And as you do this, just relax. And then one hand forward, one hand backwards. This is a nice exercise to do with the kids. Forwards, one hand backwards. Now, when kids struggle with this, good thing to do is bring your hands to the side, turn your hips, and then breathe in. Bring your hands over your head, turn your hips, and drop your hands. So it's quite a challenging exercise for most people, but you can make this nice and easy when you focus on your breathing. Turn, both hands come up, turn your hips, drop your hands. Now let's go the other way. Bring your hands up as you breathe in, and then breathe out. Again, hands come up, turn, and drop your hands one more. And down. Good. And bring your hands on the hips, and work your necks up and down. 1, 2, 3. Is it important to take care of ourselves? Yeah, absolutely. And then from side to side. Good, and ear to shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your hips. One way. And the other way. So you can do this only once or twice, or you can do this 5, 10 times. Each movement of your body, it's up to you depending on how much time you have. And then put your hands on your knees, make nice big circles with your knees. One way, the other way. So as you do this again, you will notice that sometimes your shoulders get quite tense. So maybe try to relax your shoulders, straighten your back. Good. And now lift up your right heel and make nice circles with your heel, one way, another way. Again, remember to just keep relaxed, straight legs. Now, if this is easy, you can lift up your leg. You can hold on to a chair if you want, or you can just work a little bit on balance. And then again, depending on how flexible you are, you can just lift your knee up a little bit. It's up to you. So work ankles. Good. And then change. Again, you can just lift up your knee a little bit. Move your ankle around. Again, you can lift up your knee high if you want. But down here it's okay too. And shake it. Alright, so now just straight, breathe in, breathe out. Good. So bring your hands in front of you. But from here, what I want you guys to do, I want you to try to lean forward a little bit and bring your elbows together. And almost try to bring your elbows to your stomach. And as you do this, you will feel that all the air is coming out of your lungs. Now come up. As you start coming up, start breathing in. Start breathing in. Open your elbows, breathe in more, breathe in more. Try to bring your shoulder blades together. Breathe in more, and then slowly start breathing out as you bring your hands back down to the front. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. And then as you come down, you bring your elbows back to your stomach. You roll, and you get more air out of your lungs. So we did this a little bit slowly. Possibly some of you guys might have ran out of breath by then, but do it in your own time. So just remember, roll your back a little bit, bring your elbows to your stomach, bring your elbows down. That will help you to get more air out of your body. Don't stand like this for too long without any air because you will start feeling dizzy. So go down, breathe out. As you start coming up, you're breathing in, you're breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Open this chest, breathe more. And then start bringing your hands back down to the front as you start breathing out. Bring your elbows together and breathe out. And again, come up. Start breathing in. Open your chest. And then start breathing out. And breathe out more, breathe out more, breathe out more, breathe out more. Good. And shake loose. So you can do 3, 4, 5 of those breaths in the morning. It's a nice exercise to do with the kids as well when they start getting a little bit out of focus. And just stop for a minute or two and just do some breathing exercises with the kids. It's a really nice way to focus on your breathing rather than focusing on whatever else is happening in the outside world. All right, so from here, what I want you guys to do, okay, I want you to bring your legs slightly apart, bring them to the side, and just gently relax your shoulders, relax your back, and just turn to your right, turning, turning. See how far you can turn. Good, and then start turning the other way. Don't move your feet, keep turning. Good, very nice. Now go the other way, but this time I want you to try and notice how far you can see when you turn. So keep your hands to the sides, a little bit of strengthening exercise as well with your hands when you keep your hands up. Yeah. So turn to your right and see how far you can see to your right. Now remember the point where you saw when you turn to your right. Okay. Good. And then gently turn to your left. Again, try to remember how far you could see when you turn to your, and then turn back. Okay, just relax your shoulders a little bit. I think your shoulders might be getting a little bit tired. That's okay. Now remember the points you saw behind you when you turn. So I want you to look behind you and look at the point where you could see, but then look maybe a meter or half a meter away past that point. On that, so if I looked in the corner, 1 meter would be like somewhere here, maybe at the edge of my screen. And on this side, the same thing. If I look in that corner, maybe I'll be looking just past the edge of the screen. So this time, what I want you guys to do, I want you to bring your hands up again to the side. And this time, instead of looking at the corner, I want you to look 1 meter away from that corner. So relax the shoulders, breathe in, breathe out, and just keep on turning. And then go back and go the other way and try to look past that point where you looked the first time. And come back again. Good, and relax. So the chances are that you guys managed to look quite past that point that you looked at just before on both sides. Now that's because we can always see more than what we give ourselves credit for. Just we're more flexible. Okay, so bring your legs apart again, bring your hands up and stretch, 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 and then stretch to the front. You can bend your knees a little bit, or you can keep your knees straight, stretch, stretch to the front, and go down, stretch down to the front. Now from here, bring your hands to the side and gently turn. Try to push your hand. You can, if you're flexible enough, you can put one hand on the floor, point the other hand onto the ground, onto the ceiling, and look at the hand pointing to the ceiling, and then go the other way. If you can just do half of it, that's okay too. So it's almost like doing this exercise, but going this way, it's a nice stretch for your spine. And then go down that way, and this way, and one more time on the right, and last time on the left. Good, and right. So you should start and just move one shoulder one way, one shoulder the other way. And so when you do this, you should start feeling a little bit of your spine loosening up a little bit. Now, if you should have enough space. What I want you guys to do, I want you to just bend your knees a little bit, put your hands down on the floor, and then bring one leg up. So if you can, there's quite a few ways of doing it, depending on how flexible, how fit you are. The best is to put your hands next to your foot, but if you can't do this, you can put your hands in front, and then you can put one knee on the floor, put your toes on the floor, and then try to straighten your knee, and then drop these hips down. You can put your fingertips on the floor, and then stretch up, look up at the ceiling, and again, breathe in, breathe out. So you stretch your legs and your spine at the same time as well. next part of this exercise. From here, you just look up at this ceiling as well. You can bring your hand on the side and you keep your spine stretched out and come down. Now change and go to the other side and look up at the ceiling. Again, do what you can. Remember, we don't have to do what other people do. We always try to do what we can do, not what other people can. So stretch and then bring this head up. And now from here you can put both hands on the floor. Keep your knees on the floor, and from here you bring your hips forward and just look at this guy. Drop your hips. And come back in, breathe in. And as you breathe out, you move forward and up. And again, breathe in, go back, relax your back, move forward. And as you come through, you breathe out. And one more time. In, out, and breathe out. Again, you can do this exercise however many times you want, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You can also do this backwards. So instead of going this way, you can move forward, back, and up, down. So you can roll to the forwards or backwards, either way. Good. And come up slowly and shake loose. Shoulders. Okay. So I also believe that doing a little bit of physical exercise, not just stretching, it's always good for us. So last time I was here, we did some push-ups, some sit-ups. So push-ups, you can start on a wall. You can just follow onto the wall, move back a little bit, and then you do gentle push-ups like this. That's also a push-up, by the way. You don't have to go and do the high-five jumping push-ups. So my theory is extraordinary people do a little bit of extra. So if you think you can do only 5, do 6. So let's do some push-ups. However many push-ups you can do, set yourself a goal and stick with this. It's always a good thing. It's like, you know, I'm going to do 5 or 50 if you're quite fit, or some of you guys might be really, really fit. And if you want to do 500, fine, go for it. But don't worry about what other people are doing. Just do your best. Let's, however many you want to do, but maybe try at least 5. And 1 extra. Good. So again, sometimes if you're feeling a little bit like you have too much energy or not enough energy, doing a couple of quick push-ups is always a good way of getting yourself going. And some sit-ups, again, so sometimes if you have back problems, sit-ups might not be the best thing to do. And so what you can do, you can just put your hands under your hips, straighten your legs as much as you can, and then you just do leg raises. So if you can do that. But if you keep your hands here, it can be quite bad on your back. And so if you put your hands just under your hips, support your hips nicely, you can do only 1 leg at a time, or both legs together. So again, try to do 5. Really good core exercise for your stomach. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now keeping your knees might be a little bit of a challenge, but try your best. And remember, 1 extra for extraordinary people. And slowly. So I actually think that all the teachers at the moment are super extraordinary, because I know it's hard work delivering programs online. So from here, let's do some squats. So again, breathe in, breathe out. Bring your legs shoulder width apart. You can bring your hands in front. You can keep your hands on the side. Okay, just keeping your hands down. It's not the best. I think keeping your hands up a little bit is kind of better. So from here, so important thing here is to push your knees to where your toes are pointing. So where if your toes are pointing to the side and you push your knees to the inside, it's not the best for your knees. So if you keep your legs shoulder width apart, your toes point slightly to this side, make sure your knees go in the same direction. You don't have to go all the way down, just a gentle squat, down, up, down, up, down, up, 3, 4, 5, and 1 extra. And again, if you guys want to do more, if you want to do 10 or 20, normally what I do with my students, we start gently and then through the year we increase. We actually do 1 more every week. So push-ups, we started with 10 and now we're doing 44. And we do the same thing with all the other exercises. Now from here, bring your hands on the side. And what I want you guys to do is just go up on your toes and down. Up and down. Up and down. Really nice exercise for your calf muscles. Up, down. So we might do a few more of this. This is shouldn't be that hard. However, you can make it harder as well, especially if you want to do this with children. You can just lift up 1 leg and do the same exercise on 1 foot if you want. You can try. It's always good to challenge yourself a little bit. And you will find that maybe one of your legs is a little bit stronger than others. Good. So the next thing, bring your hands to the side. And now bring your hands in and then flick your fingers open. Up and flick these fingers open. So you can combine this with breathing as well. So breathe in, breathe out, and almost in and out, in, out, in, out. Again, you can do this as many times as you want. If you combine this with this breathing, you breathe out, it's almost like you can push away all the bad energy around you, all the stuff that bothers you. Instead of holding on to it, you can just keep it pure and shake loose. Okay, so the one last thing you can do is some star jumps, but I do realize that some people can't do this, and there's actually quite a few ways of doing it. So instead of just doing this, you can go 1, 2. Okay, might be a little bit easier. So let's go right, left, right, left. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's try both legs at the same time. For those of you who can. 1, 2, 3, 5 and 1 extra. Good. And shake this. Good. So with breathing, uh, whenever we do exercises, it's actually a good thing to focus on your breathing a little bit as well. Breathing is very healthy for us, but sometimes we kind of don't think about it too much. Uh, One of my friends says that good breathing is like broccoli for our body. So it's always good to just breathe in and breathe out. So if you guys can put your hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach, and then as you breathe in, just notice what happens to your body, what moves, which part of your body moves now. If only your chest move or only your stomach move, you try to breathe in, move your chest and your stomach. Good. So this time I want you to put your hands on your side, okay, and breathe in and breathe out. And just notice how your side moves as well. Now, you can put your hands this way or that way, whichever comes it's easier. But just feel your side. So try again, just breathe in and breathe out. And you will actually notice that your side expands as well. Now, I want you to just stand still and relax and just notice as you're breathing in and out, your back actually moves as well. Your shoulders and breathe in. Just notice which part of your body moves when you breathe. And again, breathe in and breathe out. One more time. So breathing exercises are actually quite nice for kids. Like I said before, when they start playing out a little bit, even in online delivery, it's nice to stop the class and do a little bit of breathing exercise with the kids. Now, difficult question that, well, not so difficult, but sometimes people ask, how do I focus on my breathing? There's many different ways, and what we did just then, which being aware of your body and how your body moves, it's a nice way of focusing on the breathing. So we're going to do a couple of more breaths, but this time I want you guys to focus on the temperature of the air you're breathing in and out. So just stand still, just relax, breathe in, try to breathe in through your nose, and open your lips when you breathe out. And just notice the temperature of the air you're breathing in and out. So when it's a little bit colder, the air you're breathing in, it's going to be colder. The air we're breathing out, it's a little bit warm. Good. So we're coming close to the end of our session today. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. Just remember, take care of yourself, take care of your well-being, do a little bit of exercises, a little bit of stretching, uh, some breathing exercises, and do them daily. And remember, one extra, because you guys are extraordinary. It's not about pushing yourself, but in creating good habit and just doing this little bit extra for yourself, but also for people around you. So it's important to take care of yourself, not just for you, but for the people that we So just stand straight. Let's go through the chord to finish off. Say, be strong. And then tell yourself, I'm strong. Be calm. And then tell yourself, I'm calm. Be kind. I'm calm. And try hard. And I know you guys are all trying hard. Thank you so much. So stand straight. One standing bow. Thank you so much for spending time with me and looking forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you.